The older I get, the quicker the holiday season comes and goes. I feel like we just had Halloween, then Thanksgiving flew by, and now it's already the beginning of December. So I figured I better get this video up for you soon of all our cute Christmas decor, or before I know it, I'm gonna blink and Christmas is already over too. Fall, Halloween, and Thanksgiving are my personal favorites of the holiday season, but Christmas is a very close runner-up. I love how all the decorations just really make the home feel so cozy and warm and inviting, and especially at nighttime, you know, with all the pretty lights, it creates a really nice ambiance. So in today's video, I'm gonna be giving you a few peeks into our home for the holiday season. We're gonna start with my most favorite decorated space in the house right now, the living room. She is so good. I cannot wait to show you this space again later at night. Starting with the tree in the corner, we love a red, white, and silver theme. And then we also have a little old-fashioned Santa over here. He lights up, looks really cute. We love to also put personal ornaments on the tree. Also like to have the base of the tree in the red ornaments like this, where it really creates some nice filler spots. Then we have some white ones here, and then also some bigger silver ones like this. And then we have these little snowflakes that are nice to kind of tuck back in there a little bit. And I love to put these little candy canes on the tree. We have them in the white and in the red. And then we have our thrifted tree skirt down here. I think we got this last year, I want to say, but the crochet look is so cozy and warm looking. I love it. I do wish it was just a little bit bigger, but it works. It looks good. And we get this buffalo snow, I think is what they call it. We get it at Michael's and just wrap it around the tree. It also creates a really nice base element to start with, and then you can kind of work around with the ornaments. It really fills out the tree nicely. And coming this way over to the fireplace, we have this little woven basket with all of our stockings in there, the little candy cane decorations. And then we also have this cutie tree that lights up. I think we got this from Lowe's a few years ago. And then on this side of the fireplace, we have this stool that we found at an estate sale. This is just a thrifted basket. And then there's some beautiful greenery just sitting in there like that. It looks so festive. I feel like you could never have too much greenery to decorate with this time of year. I like how some of the greenery has a slight sparkle to it. Also, the pops of red in here is perfect. It's not too much. And then of course, some little pine cones gives it that wintry, warm feeling. And then I personally don't think you can ever have too many candles either. These light up and it just creates a really nice ambiance over here too. I truly feel like the camera does not do this masterpiece justice. I could totally see this being in a magazine. So we have all our cute Christmas trees lined up in the back, and some of them are actually propped up on candles, so they're not all one level. Creates some nice dimension. And then we have a piece of garland we use as the base, and then we stick other greenery pieces into that piece of garland. And then we weaved a light strand all throughout there, so at nighttime this just lights up so beautifully. But my favorite are the ones that hang longer like this. They're just stuck into the base garland up there. Same with these red holly pieces. I think the red again also really makes it pop against the green and stand out a little bit more versus if it was just all green. And then there are some little silver ornaments in there, couple pine cones, just very wintry. And I like how these ones on the end here kind of hang off to the side and have some nice sparkle. Then we have these two bells draped under the mantle. I love bells for the Christmas time. They also look so vintage, and all of this kind of creates nice layers together. Every time we put this up for Christmas, I'm always in awe of how good it looks, because we've kind of had some trouble in the past trying to figure out how we wanted to style this. It is a bit challenging for some reason, because we've had different Christmas pictures and such up there, which did look cute. But I think the mirror is what has been looking the best. It kind of opens up the space up there, and then when the lights are on, it kind of creates a nice reflection, kind of opens it up a little bit. But now I think we got it down perfect. I don't think we will ever be swaying from this version of it. And this is how we have our coffee table styled. I like the rug on this with the frillies. This stays up all year, but it does look good mixed with all of this. And I think this tray looks so good with these bow candles, and I like the chunkier little candlesticks like this. This vase usually stays here too, but we just switch up the greenery. Again, you cannot have too much of this stuff, and then the little pops of red, a little bit of silver really mixes well with the tree in the background and everything we have going on in the fireplace. I also like how some of the pieces hang longer over the side, and then it does have cute little pine cones and things in there. I'm just loving everything about this. We also have this side table between the two couches, and we thrifted this table, same as this doily, and it sits on here so good. I like how it kind of hangs off the edge a little bit. Of course, we got some more greenery around this candle. I love how real this one looks at night. And then we have 3 little Christmas trees. I like the shape of these ones. It looks a little bit more vintage, and they also have a nice sparkle to them. And I think they look really cute in the natural clay pots. And then we just put some moss on the inside there so you wouldn't see the base of these trees. I'm also loving how this shelf looks on the wall here, and if you watch any of my thrift haul videos, you probably recognize some of this decor I'm showing you, like this shelf, for example. This used to be a really pretty turquoise blue color, and we were actually originally going to keep it that way, but it just wasn't meshing well with everything else, so my mom painted it this color, and then she went back in on the details and added a little bit of a darker color and kind of a little bit of gold, and it makes it look more vintage and kind of has more character to it now versus just being this kind of flat beige color. And again, we got some more doilies. We love to style these. So we got a cute nutcracker over here, and it goes well with this Merry Christmas mirror. And of course, we got another candle. We can't resist some more greenery in the back. I found this little goose at an estate sale, and it has a cute little Christmas wreath. And then we also got these 2 vintage looking books at an estate sale, and then just put a little doily over the top. Also creates some nice texture, a few layers going on, just makes it all look a bit more interesting. But now let's head on over to the kitchen. On our island, we have this Christmas tree platter with these 3 plates that we also thrifted. So this tree we found at an estate sale in someone's basement, and then these 3 plates, we got a snowman down here, just a red one, and then this snowman one. All these are from Goodwill. And of course, you know, we got to throw more greenery down here, and it's sitting on a little woven placemat. Creates a nice color scheme going on. It looks really natural, but it looks so much more interesting to do it like this versus if we just put this on here without this at the bottom. And then off over in this section underneath our cabinets here, we have this cute little setup. This stays up all year round, and we just kind of decorate it different throughout the year. For some reason, I am just loving all things gingerbread this year more than usual. And again, we got another cute little doily to create some nice texture going on, and it doesn't look so boring because these are kind of the same color as this underneath. So if we didn't have this to place over the top, you wouldn't really see these as much, so it makes it pop a little bit more. I love how vintage they look with the cute frosted tree. Then we have these starlights hanging up in the back. I feel like they look perfect right here because they kind of remind me of the cookie cutters. I love how vintage that feels. We also have this cute hand towel on our oven right here, and then the same one down here on our fridge. And if you watched my last thrift haul video, you would have seen our cute kitchen table set up already. This is a tablecloth that we also thrifted. It is the Pioneer Woman brand. It also has that natural, cozy, warm feel to it, and I love the red polka dots down here. I'm obsessed with polka dots at the moment, and I feel like this is a subtle, cute way to incorporate them, especially because it's kind of hard to add red in sometimes without it feeling like too much. So I think this is perfect, and it looks so good with our little centerpiece right here. This wood block always stays here, and then we just switch up the decor on top of it, but I'm loving the simplicity of it. Of course, we got some more cute greenery with the candles. These also look so good at night, kind of look real in my opinion. We also have this pretty silver tree that lights up. A new thing we did this year is hang up this paper chain that my mom made. It looks so good. And for how small these are, she made these so fast. And all the colors look so vintage and mesh well together. And then we put these little brown bows here, but we're thinking we need something a little bit bigger, although it does still look kind of cute. And I love that brown color, but I just think we need something maybe a little bit bigger. She got this idea off of TikTok, which paper chains were so popular when I was growing up too, and you just kind of forget about them. And it's just a cutesy little DIY thing to do for the holiday season. Future me popping in here really quick since I last filmed this video. We have some additional updates we've done in the past couple of days, so I definitely wanted to make sure to include those. We found these burlap textured bows at Michael's. I think they look much better in this size, and it still goes with the earthy tones on the paper chain. We also have this beautiful masterpiece that came out better than my mind even envisioned. I actually wanted to execute this design idea I saw last year, but the time got away from us and I just wasn't finding the right ornaments I had in my mind. So this year I'm just, wow, loving it. This is the chandelier we have above our kitchen table, and we put cute ornaments down here with some greenery. Also, I never realized before how much I use the word little before describing something, and it has been annoying me throughout this whole video, so I am appalled by that, and I just want to let you know. And I'm going to be working on that. And I don't even know why I started saying that. Even if the item isn't little, it could be something huge, but I still describe it as something little. Like this little kitchen table, this little chair, even though it's a normal sized chair. So I've got to stop doing that. I was specifically looking for ornaments more this unique shape. They look more vintage. As you can see, these kind of have a aged silvery gold look to them that also adds into that vintage cozy Christmas feel. And then these snowflakes just take it to the next level. We found all of these ornaments at Hobby Lobby, and I really didn't want the ornaments to be all round, so I think these are the only two circle ones, and then these have more of a little tip on them here, and then that one's just my favorite. And then you can only really see the string up close like this. We just used some fishing wire, I think is the best method. And then this was just some greenery we already had. They were more of a wreath shape. We just untangled them and then put them around the chandelier. So now every time I come in the kitchen, I love looking at this beauty. And then off our kitchen here, we just thrifted this the other day, a little Christmas counter. I've been seeing these on TikTok and I just think they're so fun. Picked this up at our local thrift store, but I bet at a thrift store near you, you could find something very similar. Also popping in very quickly again to show you some cute pot holders we thrifted the other day. We just have this bar hanging underneath our cabinets again over here, but I love the look of a vintage pot holder. I don't know that we would ever use these. I think it's just really for decor purposes only, but I love the traditional Christmassy feel of them. And in between our living room and kitchen area on this wall right here, we have this basket all decked out with cute greenery. Love this burlappy bow with a little holly on it, just a little touch of red. The color scheme together is so wintry. I think that's it for all of the updated details I had to show you. We also have this cute setup in the kitchen. It's all above this black hutch. We got the cute bells hanging. Again, they look so vintage. And then this lamp stays up all year round. I think this was from Target. We again have some more greenery going all along here. These also have the little twinkle lights on them that look so cute at night. And then this checkered placemat underneath I think looks really pretty and wintry. We got some silver trees back there, a cute little frosty snowman, another one right here. They look so vintage. And then a cute little tree back there. And then on this top level, we have the wooden shelf with the pretty Christmas sign. Over here, we have a couple of trees. This one is my favorite. It reminds me of a Grinch tree. And then we got this tall, skinny reindeer. I also really like this green color on this tree. I think it has more of a vintage look to it. And then over on this side, we got another silver tree. This one kind of matches the one that was on the dining room table. And then some more silver trees, this cute vintage Santa, and he opens up, you can put cute little things in there. And then we got a bigger tree in the back there. It's kind of more a mint green color, which looks nice. And then over in our sunroom, we also have a few cute things up. We have these two cute candles on both sides of the mirror. I am obsessed with how this looks. Candles and greenery, you just can't go wrong. This is just a smaller little wreath propped up in the back. Then we tied these cute brown bows around the candle. We actually want to replace this one with the other candles I've been showing you earlier throughout the video. They look more real. And then on top of the mirror, we just hung these little bells. I love the shape of the bell on here. It kind of looks like a flower. And then, you know, some more greenery in there, some cute ribbon. And then we kept it a little bit more simple down here. Again, one of those trees with the clay pot. Love the little sparkle on here. Why does this, if it didn't have the sparkle, it kind of looks real. And then one of our real plants over here, our little cactus. She's so cute. And then over here we have a little lamp that I found at an estate sale for $3, mind you. I think I forgot to show this in a thrift haul because we already had it up and styled, but it definitely has a 70s feel to it. I've never seen anything like it where the lampshade is this cool lace design. And then of course we have it on a little wooden stool with a little doily, and it matches the vibe perfectly. All of our pretty plants in here, which I've showed you already in a plant tour, but they're doing pretty good for how cold it is right now in Missouri. I also love this greenery over here. We just stuck it in this vase, which is thrifted, but I also like how these are kind of like spewing out. Looks so cool like that, I think. And then just a little hint of red in there. The colors of this definitely make it look more real, but it looks good mixed with all the other plants. And then we got this little cutie back here. And then we also put these bells on this little handle right here. Just a small little touch that makes it so cute. They match the ones I showed you earlier. These ones that were hanging on the hutch. Love them. And then on our ledge right here in the kitchen, we just propped this candle up here with, of course, some more greenery, but it's sitting on this little wooden stool here. And it just makes it look so much more intentional. It looks really pretty like that versus just, you know, setting this candle on the ledge. We also got this cozy corner setup in our kitchen. We have this recipe box that we pulled out to use as a prop to set our cute thrifted basket on. Threw a couple of cute candy canes in there. Also one of these thicker candles. It's in a soft kind of sage green color. But these are the ones we love because when they're lit like this, they definitely look more real. And you already know we had to layer with another doily. Same down here with this cute tree. I think this is from Michael's, I want to say, but I like the little pot on here. And then it's just propped up on one of these little things, and it has a little piece of red cloth underneath. So it kind of creates a nice pop, again, without being too much red. And then we just added some of those pretty little lights on there. I'm also so in love with this goose picture we found. It is in such a beautiful gold frame, and then the pop of green as the backdrop. How cute is he? It just fits the vibe over here so well. Also by our stove over here, I wanted to mention this candle warmer we have. We get these candles from Walmart. They're so affordable and they're really nice. I love the cute candy canes on it. It's in a nice green color. But I am obsessed with candle warmers. I like how this is more of a canvas material. And then other than my room, this is the last of the Christmas decorations that I really have to show you. Sitting on this fireplace that we actually got from Amazon a few years ago, we have this little setup. This little placemat stays here pretty much all year. Same with this stool and this black lamp. And then also this little candle with this stool and then these vintage books we thrifted down here. But we added this beautiful greenery, again with the twinkle little lights in there. We have these two cute reindeer and then this nice Christmas photo. It looks good with all the black accents. And this is another one of those candles that when you light it, it definitely looks more real at night. It's such a nice size. And then we also put one of these cute trees back here. I like these kind of sparse shape of this one. It actually matches this one that's sitting on this little side table over here. But we love to thrift vintage looking books like this because they are nice to even use as a little prop like this. And I also like when the greenery kind of spills over to the side right here. So I don't have anything too crazy going on in my room, but I do have a cute little tree. It's just a tall, skinny silver one that I got from Walmart a few years ago, and this is just an ornament, but it does look kind of cute as a tree topper. And then I just put this tree skirt around it to kind of match the silver. Unfortunately, I haven't seen this tree being sold at Walmart in such a long time, which I would actually like to get another skinny one like this. And the silver is kind of nice in a bedroom versus just the traditional green. And for every day, I'm definitely more of a gold girly myself, but for the Christmas time, I really like to play into silver. And then on top of my mirror here, which I have positioned in the corner of my room, I did some more greenery which also have some little twinkly lights on them. I just taped it to the side here with the batteries, and I just kind of draped that all along the top. And then as another layer, I did these kind of wooden twiggy looking stars. I love how they look homemade, but they have some cute sparkle to them. It looks very natural. And then I just put these big old bells over the top. I think looks so cute. I love the bow. And then on my dresser over here, which is actually kind of a mess, I recently rearranged my room and I'm still trying to figure out the little things and how I want everything organized. So this dresser isn't fully how I want it right now, but I knew I wanted to put my Christmas trees up and my cute lights. So this is what we're working with right now. I love these vintage snowman lights. I feel like you never see stuff like that anymore. So I just kind of entangled it between all of my trees. I really like the look of the silver and white trees together. So I just kind of threw them up like this, but it is still kind of cute, even though it's a little bit chaotic. This one I think is my favorite. Again, it kind of reminds me of a Grinch tree. The shape of it is so cute. And some of them do light up, but I just honestly really never do that. But I want to say I got most of these from HomeGoods, TJ Maxx, or Marshalls. Also, if you're wondering why I have a plate of rocks, don't come for me, okay? They're actually really cute heart-shaped rocks. So I just put them all on this little 4-leaf clover tray. I love a good rock. And they're all different colors. I think they look kind of cute like this. So anytime we find a heart rock, it goes on this plate. So that is pretty much all of the main decorations we got going on in the house right now for Christmas. And on the outside of our house, we also have our Christmas lights up that my boyfriend put up because he is just obsessed with Christmas. And so the lights gotta come up when he's around. And then we put some on a couple trees and bushes and on the front porch a little bit, which I will be showing you later at nighttime. And also with the other decor in this house, I'm going to be putting an aesthetic clip at the end for you so you can really grasp the Christmas magic we got going on around here with all of the beautiful lights on. But thanks so much for clicking on today's video and hanging out with me. If you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button down below. And if you want to see more videos like this, just be sure to give it a thumbs up. I hope you enjoyed getting a little glimpse into our home for the holidays and that you are also having a wonderful start to your holiday season. I love you and I will see you in my next video.
What was that about? What are you doing? That's my dog. That's my dog. That's my dog. And these are my lights. And to all a good night.